Hey everyone, Omogonix here, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So first off, I'll just like to say that I am sorry that I haven't uploaded in over 2 weeks now. I've been trying to prepare this video in that time, but I just haven't really been able to do much because of school and stuff, and I've just recently recorded all the footage needed for this, and I've had trouble trying to get the audio as well, because I've been planning to do it really early in the morning. But whenever I do plan to do it, it just turns out I'm too tired to do it anyway, so I end up falling back asleep, and really guys, I'm just so disappointed in myself for not being able to find time to make this video, so yeah, I'm really sorry about that. And anyway, so just like how I ranked every Halo Combat Evolved weapon, in this video I'll be ranking every Halo 2 weapon from numbers 14 to 1, and I'll even show some honourable mentions as well, meaning guns from Halo 2 Anniversary, etc. And if you do enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get right to it. So in at number 14, and perhaps my least favourite weapon in Halo 2, is the Sentinel Beam. Now the Sentinel Beam is a cool looking gun and I like the idea of it, but sadly it just doesn't execute that well. First off, the beam being fired from the Sentinel Beam is weak and doesn't do much damage, and the battery can drain quite quickly, so the fun can be limited. If only the beams were a bit stronger and had more of a charge, I think the Sentinel Beam would definitely be higher on my list. So in at number 13 is the Magnum. Now the Magnum in Halo CE is OP, there's no denying that. But the Halo 2 version of the Magnum is just a massive downgrade. First of all, I like the stealthy tactical look, but personally I just feel like it's too much of a change compared to the Magnum from Halo CE, and the Magnum in Halo 2 is definitely not as strong as CE's Magnum. Not really anywhere near as powerful, and it's a lot more quiet too. Overall, I don't hate the Halo 2 Magnum. I like the look and respect its capabilities, but personally this is just not a gun I would use when playing in multiplayer or campaign that much. Same goes for the Sentinel Beam as well. So in at number 12 is the Brute Shot. The Brute Shot is a weapon I do use often on missions like Gravemind and the Great Journey, and can be quite handy. But whilst the Brute Shot can be useful in some ways, there are many downsides to the Brute Shot that make me rank it in at number 12. First off, the Brute Shot is quite messy, and since the ammunition used for the Brute Shot is explosive, anyone who has used Halo 2's Brute Shot before will know what I mean. The weapon isn't good for close quarters combat, since due to the explosive nature of the Brute Shot, there's a good chance you'll end up either damaging yourself in many circumstances or you'll die. Also, the Brute Shot just doesn't have that much uses. Like, I can live without it honestly, and so yeah, let's head on to number 11. So in at number 11 is the Plasma Pistol. The Plasma Pistol is quite an iconic weapon in the Halo series, there's no denying that. And how would I compare Halo 2's Plasma Pistol to Halo CE's? Now, in my opinion, I personally think Halo CE's Plasma Pistol is somewhat more powerful than Halo 2's. Just like the Magnum, the Plasma Pistol in Halo 2 I think has been nerfed a bit, and it's not all that noticeable either unless you pay some attention and have a good memory of how each gun was felt to use. The Halo 2 Plasma Pistol, however, is quite decent when it comes to dual wielding, and it's one of my most used dual wielding combinations, but as a single, the Plasma Pistol just isn't enough. It's good, but not enough to fight well with on the higher difficulties, of course, and especially as well. Now, let's get on to number 10. So in at number 10 is the Particle Beam Rifle. The Particle Beam Rifle has great accuracy and is a great choice for those who aren't that familiar with normal sniper rifles. The Beam Rifle does a crapload of damage and can a lot of the time get you one-hit kills. It's a great overall easy to use sniper variant, I guess you could say, but due to me liking the weapons above this one better, it's only in on number 10 spot. So in at number 9 is the Sniper Rifle. The Sniper Rifle in Halo 2 is quite easy to use and is probably the best sniper rifle from any Halo game in my opinion. Not only does it have very fine accuracy, but it fires nice as well, and it feels satisfying killing off the jackals on the mission outskirts with it. Overall, the Sniper Rifle is a great weapon, but there are many things that I dislike about it as well. One of the most obvious things to dislike about the Sniper Rifle, and any Sniper Rifle, is that they aren't good for close range, and that's okay, that's how sniper rifles work, but that's just a factor for me that I dislike about it, like I said. And yeah, so Halo 2 Sniper Rifle is probably my favourite sniper out of any Halo game, and here it is at number 9 on this list. So in at number 8 is the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher can be quite useful in a lot of situations. This includes when needing to destroy vehicles, when taking out large amounts of enemies you can't be stuffed to kill off one by one, etc. But whilst it has its uses, it of course isn't useful for every situation due to its explosive rockets, but overall is a quite good rocket launcher and is one of the best out of any Halo game. But due to me liking the 7 other weapons above the rocket launcher better, on this list, the rocket launcher has placed in at number 8. So in at number 7 is the Needler. The Needler in Halo 2 is much better than its original Combat Evolved design. It fires a lot better and is a lot more useful as well. The Halo 2 Needler is great for taking out brutes and in my honest opinion is probably the best and most effective weapon to use against brutes above anything else. In the many years that I've been playing Halo 2 for, I can't actually remember any times I've dual wielded with the Needler. I think I have before, but I just don't remember what it's like. But overall as a single, the gun is still good either way, and is one of the best Needlers out of any Halo game in my opinion. So in at number 6 is the Carbine Rifle. The Carbine Rifle for me is one of the most used guns in Halo 2, and to me it is also very iconic, especially when playing as the Arbiter. The Carbine Rifle is just all around an amazing gun and is useful for almost every combat situation. It's great for short, medium, long range combat and is what I would describe to be an all-in-one. It fires nice and smooth and the bullets hit great and feel satisfying, but due to me liking the 5 other weapons above the Carbine more, it is only placed in at number 6 on this list, but trust me, I really do love this gun. So in at number 5 is the Energy Sword. The Energy Sword is an iconic weapon throughout the Halo series, being a fan favourite for many. The Energy Sword to me is quite useful in situations including the Flood, stealth situations, wanting to get some strong hits in on enemies, etc. They do quite good damage and the look of the Energy Sword is amazing too. Of course the Energy Sword has a heap ton of disadvantages in combat, especially if the person you're in combat with has a gun, and of course it can't be used in every combat scenario due to it only being a sword. But overall it's a great weapon and is decently durable as well, so now let's move on to number 4. So in at number 4 is the Plasma Rifle, and when talking about the Plasma Rifles I mean both the Brute Plasma Rifle and the standard one. The Plasma Rifle is one of my favourite weapons from Halos 1 to Reach. The Plasma Rifle is great for many combat scenarios, and to me the Plasma Rifle is the Covenant version of the Assault Rifle since it's got so much uses. It does pretty decent damage and has a great charge too. And speaking of the charge, when it comes to the Brute version, I've noticed for a while now that the battery drains a bit quicker on the Brute Plasma Rifle, and not only that, but I'm pretty sure the Brute Plasma Rifles have a faster fire rate as well. What do you guys think? When dual wielding with both the standard and Brute Plasma Rifles, whether you've got 2 standards or 2 Brute ones or 1 standard and 1 Brute Plasma Rifle, the dual wielding will be a powerful enough statement to make anyway, since the Plasma Rifle is great for it and is one of my most used dual wielding combinations in Halo 2. So in at number 3 is the SMG. The SMG in Halo 2 reminds me of Halo 1's Magnum, and why? Well, because in Halo Combat Evolved, one of the most common and default weapon loadouts is an Assault Rifle and Magnum. And why that reminds me of the SMG is because in Halo 2 the default weapon loadout is basically the Battle Rifle and SMG. So the SMG and Magnum are both the default secondary weapons in their game's loadouts, thus why they remind me of each other. The SMG does decent damage. I find that it works best in close range combat and doesn't perform as well in medium to long range. I mean, it's okay in medium, but you know, ammunition in the SMG runs out fairly quick. It's not hard to find ammo though. And the fire rate on the SMG is great too and feels satisfying when shooting at enemies. The SMG dual wielding combination is probably the most iconic weapon dual wielding in Halo 2 due to it being on the cover and all, and it's not a bad combination either. So in at number 2 is the shotgun. The Halo 2 shotgun can absolutely pump at times. It's good for a lot of situations including the Flood, a lot of close range combat scenarios and stuff like that. The shotgun does have its limits however. It can't be used in medium and long range situations, but overall is a great gun to kill enemies off faster with enclosed in areas. And then finally in at number 1 is the battle rifle. The battle rifle is basically the signature gun of Halo 2, being the main default primary weapon. The battle rifle is also a popular choice in Halo 2's multiplayer thanks to its many uses, which include the fact that it can shoot at pretty much almost any range, making it useful in almost any combat situation. It's also handy for close and medium combat and does very good damage. The battle rifle is probably my most used gun in Halo 2, and because of its usefulness and iconicness, it has landed in at number 1 on this list. So anyways guys, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Soon I'll make a follow-up to this where I rank Halo 3's weapons, so if you want that, then be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.